Hello everyone. We've got so many questions about how to work with SVG files in CriCut software, especially if you would like to resize those files and make them in particular size, because that's very necessary. For example, this tiny rosebud comes with 5 different templates for petals in our video tutorial, each layer made from different petal template. So we always say that these templates are designed to fit A4 size sheet of paper. So that's really important to have files in particular size. But how to do this in CriCut? We decided to make this video to explain you our way. And let's forget about flowers for a while. Sorry. And take these 3 different shapes. So this is A4 size of paper. And these are shapes. And these are their measurements. So this means that this circle is 5 point something inches in height and 1 point something inches in width, and I want these to be cut in CriCut exactly in this size. So how and what to do? First of all, when you get these files, you need to save them in your local folder on your computer. So I have a folder which called How to in CriCut, and I designed this file in different formats: in Silhouette, which is studio format, right? SVG, and just regular PDF. So this is how my PDF file looks like before I print it. Exactly the same. This is how it looks like in Silhouette. No logos and no measurements, just because we do not need them. Otherwise, machine will cut them, or you will need to clean them up to delete them before cutting, right? So you have the empty file, but believe me, the sizes are absolutely similar. So this is 1.9 by 5.1, and this is 1.9 by 5.1. That's all good. Now we go to this folder again and see this is our SVG file. I use Chrome, so this looks this way in my computer. This is SVG file. Again, that's cleaned from my logos and measurements. You will get them from PDF, so that's your file to work with. So now we go to CriCut software and make a new project, right? That's new and clean. Now we go to upload images. Remember, we saved all files in the local folder of our computer. So what we see is image and pattern file. We do not need any pattern, so we go to images, upload image, browse. Look, it takes JPEG, GIF, PNG, BMP, SVG files. No PDF included here. I wouldn't recommend to go with PDF. You probably can, but definitely too much work with PDF files to clean them out. So we use SVG, and when we hit browse, we will see the same folder, still see this PDF file, but we do not take this because it will be, let's put it like, dirty. You will need to clean it out. And there's no Silhouette file anymore, just because well, CriCut won't see Silhouette files at all. That's understandable, I think. So we double click on SVG file and we get it. Wait, that's loading. It will appear in the window here. And that's it. all the same shapes, right? Right. Now we go to save. And wait, that's an image and our library, my local library. So I tick this latest image and go to insert images. And now I come back to my new project and I get this group of images which is grouped. I want them, so you see when I move it, they are grouped. I do not see the, well, I cannot actually change the size of each of them because when I go to edit, I see the measurements of the whole thing, of the group. I do not need them to be grouped. So what I do, right click of the mouse and I see ungroup. Sometimes it shows you slice also available. Not this time, so ungroup, and that's what I get. Alright, that's halfway through. But see what happens. That's our middle shape, and here I can see its size. Select and see size 2.4, 6.4, right? Come back to our PDF. There's no 2.4 and 6.4. That's 1.9 and 5.1. So the measurements at the moment are absolutely different. We need to change them and make exactly as we say in our file. So what we do, select an image and go to edit. Here you can see the size and position. Do not think about the position yet. Think about the size. If that's unlocked like this, make it locked. And then we go to either of these, width or height, doesn't matter. Let's do width. Width of our object is 1.974, right? We go to here, 1.974. Once I hit enter, here we go, right? That changes everything, and the height and the, well, the real size of the image. So now it is, let's double check measurements here, 1.9, 5.1, done. All the same with this circle. We select it, we go to edit, we choose width, yes, that's locked, and our width is, well, as it is a circle, the correct circle, it is the same width and height, and it is 3.225. So 3.225. Enter. Oopsie, that's absolutely lovely. And one more shape, which is this one, absolutely strange. I don't know what's this. Actually, these are two circles and one square grouped together. Well, not grouped. That's made object, and well, that's a shade of a group of these three. So we go to width. That's locked. Check the width here. It is 3.247. 3.247, and that's it. And the height now is 5.29. 5.29. Well, almost. That doesn't actually matter that much. That's why actually we put 3 digits after the number. So to be as precise as we can. Now that's what we have. Actually, what you can do, if you're familiar with CriCut, and you can cut it here, you can go. You can be sure that these are exact sizes what you need, but So you see, for example, this circle, do you remember that was 3.225? And if you see this, each square is 1 inch, right? 1, 2, 3 point, well, something, right? But these are just three separate shapes here. But let's imagine you want to use the whole space of 12 by 12 paper or the whole space of A4 paper, which you normally do when you cut petals for a flower, because you need several of them at a time, so you can't be sure that they all will fit nicely. So that's another trick here, is you can add, insert shape. Let's do square. That's a square. You can resize it until, well, as small as you can, and go to edit. Edit. Oopsie, that's not selected. We select. Now we go to edit. Size does not matter in this case, but position does. So we put position into 0 and 0. And now position 0, 0, y, 0, x is here at the top left corner, right? So this square is hidden here, but we do not want it. Let's select it now. Select it. Okay, undo. This is our square still here, and let's repeat this 0 and this 0. So now that's hidden, but we are still editing this particular square. So we go to layers, we see this square. 1, 2, 3 shapes we had, and now that's square. And now we need to change this cut to, well, let's put right. We do not need to cut this. We do not want to lose the time and cutting knife. So that now that's cut. That won't be that won't be cut anymore. But it exists. That's the most important thing. Now I want to cut all my shapes this way. Let's imagine I have a A4 paper and I want to cut them this particular way. What I do select all, which means that selected all shapes, even including our tiny square, which is not for cut but for writing. And I do attach. So now they are all together. And now if I go to go, I see the layout is exactly the same what I wanted. And you will see right here. You see, here is a tiny square, which isn't wide just because that's not for cut. It is for writing. So if now I hit the button go, this will cut my shapes in this particular layout and in this particular sizes. What if I want to place them exactly as I have them now on my A4 size paper? I go back to, oh no, sorry. First I need to select it, select all, right? Again, we selected everything, and now we can do detach. Now they all are separate and I can move them again. So let's imagine they are this way. Well, do you remember the measurements of A4 paper? It is 11.5 by 8.5, so about here. But always remember that CriCut does not cut half of an inch from each side. So your measurements of the paper sheet will be slightly smaller. So it looks like, let's imagine, here is at the top left corner of our cutting mat, we have a A4 size paper. Pretty similar, right? But we have this hidden square at top left corner. So what we do, we go select all again. They all are selected and we see this here. And now we do attach. Attach. They all are attached. And now if I move them, they move together with this square. Let's go back onto this. So they all are attached and they all are at the top left corner, right? Now we hit go and wow, we have this. Let's imagine that our, not imagine, but it is, A4 paper is 11.5 by 8.5. So if this is an A4 sheet of paper, the positioning of my shapes will be exactly, or well, almost the same. That's it. I hope this will help you to work with our files in different shapes. Doesn't matter which flowers is this about, roses or magnolias or peonies, whichever. You will make absolutely nice and precise cut. Thank you for watching.